Just a minute. So what's up, guys? Starting photography in 2024. So I'm not that a pro photographer. As you can see, I'm not that pro photographer. I've been doing quite a photographer for almost 3 years now down the line. Since I started photography, most of the time I've did it while at campus. I've not done so many gigs, like I can say that, but I've done most of my gigs while at campus. Because I think this is the only moment that I just finished my Form 4, so I just started like a long time. I can say a long time where I had to think for myself, invest on everything that I wished to do, and I had to follow my dreams. Though it's not part of the course that I came to do in university, but at least it's just part time. I was just interested in doing photography for a few years back on the line, but at least. Yeah, the challenges and the challenge and the good moments that I had after starting photography, maybe they might inspire you to start doing photography. So, but I think the main challenge of being a photographer in 2024, I think mainly it will be investment because you want to catch up with the people. Like we want to catch up because if you see in the portfolios of people have just invested. I think many people have just invested in photography. Like because you come across people having big lights, big strobe lights. You having just your spill light here. It's quite a challenge there, but I think the most difficult thing in photography is all about investing in gears, and first thing first, while starting a photography journey, being a photographer, it depends if you're inspired or if you're a business minded. For me, I started it like just inspiration. I just loved art. I just love editing videos. I just love making people like smile on the people, making people looking good, that's the thing. I think I'll put some few of my shots so that you can see. That's I really take the best shot that I think for me. I just took them. So yeah, those are the few best shots as you can see. So what is like being like me if you're starting a photographer in 2024? So starting a photographer in 2024, first of all, you need to do your research. You need to do most of the research because I think starting a photographer blindfolded in the era like this where people are intellectual, people are expecting more out of you, people are expecting to give them quality things. It's like starting a photographer and people think, I only shoot the JPEG, not RAW. I don't do RAW. It's quite funny. I know that's an inside joke to all photographers, they know that. So it's like, it's quite a challenging. So being a photographer, first of all, you have to make sure you are ready to invest. Investment's the key, like investment, everything. Me, I almost skipped my meal just to put my upkeep money which was given for campus just to invest. It's quite challenging. Apart from adding from that, I came to realize that while starting, you'll not benefit as much compared to people who have just been a photographer for some time. You'll not benefit because, as you can see, while starting, you have to. Most of the time, you either underrate your work by charging people low out of your work, or you have to do some free gigs just to gain experience, familiarizing yourself with your camera, familiarizing yourself with your equipment that you have, the way you want to use them. I think in most of the cases when I buy a new kit in my photograph, most of the cases I have to try I have to shoot several things. In fact, if I had new light, I had to shoot several things so that I can gain that confidence of my gear. Not going to my client to avoid not going to my client without having thoroughly investing. I know what I'm doing. Having that confidence of knowing what I'm going to deliver, knowing what I'm shooting is what I'm going to deliver. That confidence is a key to a photographer, and having to do more research. I came to this. It's quite a challenging. It's quite because TikTok came around. I think many photographers have now starting shifting to film making due to the film world is trying to push us. The video aspects try to push photos away because even you can see new phones have come with the new magic magic editing tools or blah blah. They're trying to push photography away, but we're still struggling. as you can see. Yes. So being a photographer, I think most of cases you kind of have to shift a little bit to film or videographer, so that at least you can acquire, because most of the people nowadays, they kind of want to do TikToks more than Instagram. I don't think Instagram is like before where I started. So but for the new era of the TikTok has come and has shifted us a little bit. So you have to try as much. Don't stick to just one thing. Try to balance between the two, knowing how to do videographer and at the same time being a photographer. So first thing first, you have to invest, guys. But the best thing for being photographer, and which I enjoy myself, is having to meet new people every day, having to encounter new people, sharing moments with them, because I think ours is kind of different, because you have to share. Imagine having two people going to their wedding and you have to take part in everything. Like your people are waiting down to the bridal blah 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 back in the church. You are with their bride. You have to take their photographs. You have to take their videos if you're doing some videographer there. Like it's kind of great. Apart from that, having to new people. There's in terms of aspect of the commercialing, or in terms of making money through it, it's kind of interesting, because I think I ended up losing interest in going in events without getting paid, because most of the cases you have to be paid to go to an event. You have to go to shoot, after shooting to go back. Those things, you ended up getting that character of not just going and using my own money. It's kind of boring. It's not like going and doing something. So I came across something on Instagram. There is this photo challenge blah 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 contest, whereby photographer comes together, or a photographer comes and contest whereby he give you photos and he told you to do photo editing challenge blah blah, all things like that. So those are the kind of communities that I think for me they're kind of fun, and kind of as a photographer it's kind of fun, because you get to meet new people. In fact, even for me, I think I've worked with several people. I've worked in for some photographer in Tanzania, and there are, I think, at least 3. There's Jiraya from Nigeria. There are Damani photographer and Slami photographer. So it's kind of creating a bond from the people from different countries. You get to learn their culture through their photos. There's kind of building portfolio on Instagram. I think that's the most of the photographers are most enticed with that. That's the best thing. That I think there are many things into photography. Though I've not mentioned all of them, that's the few things that I think they're kind of interesting about photography. And though I have not gone that much outside. No, I'm not doing gigs outside my premises. Most of the cases within my campus, radar, and back at home in family gatherings, blah blah blah. In fact, you're a photographer, you know that in most cases in for family gathering, you're told to come and do something, blah blah blah. Your sister is, those things. It's kind of interesting, but I think photography, I don't think it will die, because there's more into photography than we think. Because I was planning, if I go so much into it, I will later shift to and try old school, at least try to go to the film era where they use film to shoot photography. I think I'm not yet reached there, but at least I'm on my way. So that's it for today. Please, if you feel I've kind of inspired you to do photography, feel free to subscribe, like, share, and comment. It's your boy Michael Madori. See you on the next video. Bye bye.